I will continue my crusade against women in politics. Because it's always like this, and it's so ironic. Women are like, I don't like, when you say, I like it, you have to affect the face. When you say to repeal the 19th Amendment, that offends me. That hurts my feelings. It's like, have you ever stopped and considered that maybe if you get offended, there's such a strong emotional reaction to political opinions you disagree with across the board? Maybe that's one of the reasons why you shouldn't be making political decisions. I'm not attacking women. I'm attacking whores. You have no problems, right? I'm attacking whores. I'm attacking sluts.
If I say once this is all like really gay, can I not have to repeat it for any future clips? Like, it is a recurring trend, and I'm not exactly the first person to point it out. Can I just like broadly, you know?
Who cares? You know, enough with the Jim Crow stuff. Who cares? Oh, to drink out of a different water fountain. Big fucking deal. Oh no, they had to go to a different school. Their water fountain in that famous picture was worse. Who cares? Grow up. Drink out of the fucking water fountain. It's water. It's the same. You know? And, you know, even if it was bad, who cares? Who cares? It's better. It's better in general. We all agree it was better for them. It's better.
If he had just been born in Brooklyn, he could have been the next come town. You know? This is just an environmental thing. It's just the friend group that he grew up with or whatever. If he had been in the right environment, he could have been prodigal, you know? What is that accent? I don't know why he talks the way he does. He does have a very distinct, like a nasally or like a, you know? I don't know if that's like a him thing or a neighborhood thing. I have no idea.
Reason that we talk about this, by the way, I know a lot of black people see this and they go, man, why are you always talking about black people, this and that?
I'll say it early so no one comes at me for not. Yeah, no, the sleeves need to be longer. The suit sleeve needs to be longer, you know. It's too short. It's too much.
It is Heil Hitler Friday, nigga. Heil Hitler, all my niggas Nazis.
Hitler was a pedophile.
Didn't a guy make a song about that?
And kind of a pagan. It's like, well, he was also really fucking cool. So, you know, time to grow up. We're not.
What's wrong with this kid? Man, again, it's... You know how your political positions when you were 14 were really incoherent because they were mostly based around, like, either contrarianism directed against your parents, or you had a feeling that, like, you knew more about one specific thing than other people, and you took that to the ballpark. You were like, okay, I know this one thing, so I'm going to base, like, all my knowledge in the world around it. A lot of people, their political knowledge and their interests and their motivations aren't really, like, tied to a concrete moral system. In this case, it's just a whole social movement of people who think that good politics is when something is based. You have to think about how based is used, right? Based means like good parentheses in a politically advanced way, right? Like it's good in the context that it advances something I think is politically desirable, right? Because based doesn't just mean good. You can say based when the pizza gets delivered, but I think most people when they say based, they mean like based parentheses, this advances my cause, you know? It's like, and that, conceptually, I think, is basically just the beginning and end of the behavior. I don't think he cares. He likes Hitler. He likes Stalin. He also likes boys and makeup and dressing up and stuff. It doesn't matter. Don't think about it too much, you know? The Nick Fuentes is a mirror being held up to an audience demand. If the audience demand didn't exist, Nick could go anonymous, go move to some, you know, go move to Brooklyn or whatever, and just be like a normal guy. It would take him like 6 months to fully acclimate, and after that, he would probably have like a black girlfriend, and if you ever like talked about his former life to him, he'd like go, okay, come on, seriously though, and he would just like go about his day, you know? I really don't think, it's not subversive, it's not daring, and it's also not like policy, you know? It's just a way of getting attention. I think that's the case for a lot of people who talk politics online. It's really just a matter of how much you care about, in theory, being able to make real changes out of it, real politics out of it, right? Like when I go live, I'm not thinking like, what policies will I advocate for today? What will I pass? You know, I'm here to have a good time for sure, but I do believe in the practice of what I'm talking about, I guess. So yeah, I wouldn't take it too seriously. The overwhelming popularity of this sentiment, it's not entirely like the rise of Nazism in the 1930s, in the sense that back in those days, while there were a lot of your militant brown shirt types, there were also a lot of people who were taking it quite seriously. I think that taking it seriously is pretty difficult when your whole movement is based on like performative anti-empiricism and nihilism, you know? I don't know. I guess I just don't expect much from a political movement whose anthem song right now is Kanye West's N-word Heil Hitler. Like a bunch of black guys, the music video, like a bunch of black guys, you know, and then a bunch of white Nazis who hate black guys are like, fuck yeah, this is based. This is gonna save America. Not gonna lie, it's low-key a banger. Finally, enough time has passed that we can acknowledge that Kanye is back in his golden arc. He's coming back as like a two-hump camel, baby.
I think a lot of people are starting to find out Charlie Kirk is not the patriot that he says he is. And so I look at what happened last night and I think to myself, this is totally a doable operation. You know, Charlie Kirk in the grand scheme of things is just some retarded idiot. The dog is terrified. I had to go upstairs and reassure him because I'm screaming at my stream.
When he's right, he's right.
My screen calling Charlie Kirk a bitch and everything. The contrast could not be more clear. Charlie Kirk is a totally unexceptional human being. A moral struggle that's happening on the higher dimension, right? Which is Christ versus the devil. Who does Charlie Kirk serve? You know, is he really a Christian? Is he really Christ-like when he supports foreign wars and Israel and all this? Look at the people he's taking money from. You know, so the guy's a fake Christian. The guy's not a patriot. He hates our country. He's un-American. Let's focus all our firepower on Charlie Kirk. Why are we doing this? It's because Charlie Kirk is a fake patriot, a fake Christian, and he hates his people.
2028 is going to be Hakeem Jeffries versus a guy who talks like this. And 80% of the Gen Zers who are voting entirely off of who gets more APAC funding are going to side with him.
Andrew Tate and Bronze Age pervert and all these people.
Hold on, I said I would stop. Said I would stop watching this. It's quite repetitive. Wait, this one is good. God damn it, you people! You're lucky you're getting donos after this.
For years, all they talk about is going to the gym, being a vitalist, fighting the Matrix, India smells bad, all this kind of shit. And now they're all in favor of a fat race mixer who's married to a Jeet who named his son Vivek, who was mentored by a Jewish neocon and a gay Fed, Peter Thiel. This guy has a non-white wife and a kid named Vivek. This guy is going to be a defender of white identity? I don't think so. This guy's going to defend American identity.
Nick Fuentes, of course, is probably not the best person to be pulling this argument. The like only pure white Aryan super straight males should be leading the vanguard. You know, he's a little compromised himself in that regard. Now, I wouldn't call him a Fed. I'm not Tucker Carlson. I wouldn't call him a Fed though. You know, that's fair to align. You know, to direct towards Vance and his mentor. But we're fucking done with this. Jesus Christ.